So today's video is a little different. I want to say welcome to everyone. And if you like the video and you like the information, don't forget to click the like button, okay? That's all I ask for in return for my time and effort I put into making these videos and the information I'm about to share with you guys. But before we jump into this chart, let's go over this poll that I did. And this poll is very interesting. I said if you can pick one right now in the current market conditions, which one would it be and why? I will share in one of the videos this week the one I would pick. So in the comments, I got a few different responses. A lot of people were loving Neo. Some people said I am getting Neo because I already have Neo. Another person said CHPT because charging stations. And then I had a few get Fubu and a few get Clov. So I said I would choose the one I would choose, right? In these market conditions. The reason why I'm not too comfortable with Neo right now is because Neo is set, or said, I don't want to say it's set because maybe it can shoot up, but it's said that it can pull down a little bit, closer to 30, maybe even 25. Now, right now, year over year inflation was not a big deal, right? We weren't seeing it too high or too low, to the point that the S&P 500 index actually ran up, right, to newer highs. And it just spent the whole day going up. And it's a funny story. I actually tried doing a put when I'm totally against puts on the S&P, and I did it. And I was profiting yesterday, and then today I sold at a small loss, but very, very small loss. I got out right on time as it was pulling back in the morning, right? In the morning, it was pulling back a little bit, and I took advantage of that pullback that we had this morning, right around this point right here, and it kind of settled things down for me. And then as it was going up, it pulled back again and stuff like that. But I took advantage of that opportunity that happened today. But very, very interesting stuff as the day played out. But anyways, beyond that, because that's when we got our little pullback early in the morning, and then it kept going. Let's go back to our chart that we're going to discuss, and let's go back to the poll. So these stocks exploded, the ones I'm about to talk about. These are not stocks I would want you to even pay close attention to anymore. They already exploded. If you want to watch for some weakness, you can, but we're going to talk about some things on why these stocks are awesome to be aware of them and how you can be aware of them. So back to the poll here. So the one I would choose out of all of these, Neo, I feel a little hesitant because I feel like it can pull back a little bit more. It's a little bit expensive. Others would say load up now before it's too late. That's just my personal opinion. And if I have to pay a premium later, I'm cool with it because I'm seeing beyond what the charts are showing, right? We've already seen how Neo reacts. I think it has more room to the upside in the long run, right? Charge point, I kind of like it. I like it right where it's at. I like it as it's pulling down. I even like it since the moment that we talked about getting into this. This is one of those stocks that we caught right at the bottom at $19, $20 and rode this one up, right? Now it's pulling back, it's cooling off, and that's okay, right? Because it went through that hype of everything that's going on, but long term, I mean, it doesn't change the fundamentals of ChargePoint's potential. Fubu stock is sideways, and it's bound to take a little too long, in my opinion, to move anywhere. And I'm going to be very risky, and the one I'm going with is Clov stock, and it's the one that the least amount of people actually chose, okay? I chose this by, not actually by order. If not, ChargePoint would have been in second, and then Fubu, and then Neo, but basically almost in order. And it's funny that Clov stock was the lowest percentage. Now, a lot of people aren't aware of why Clov actually might be the one I would like to choose. The reason being is because it's part of one of the participating Medicaid and Medicare insurance plans now, I believe, based off an article, right? So it's part of that. It's stated to be part of that. 53 organizations are in it. Clov is one of them. Even though it's getting shorted and attacked by firms, if it can get through that in these current market conditions, this is the stock I would like to take a shot at. That's just my opinion. That's the stock that I'm looking at. That's the stock that I'm taking a shot at. And I mean, it just recently jumped. You can see how it jumped on the news. And It was a pretty awesome jump. And the fact that it's actually cooling off from that jump, right, on April 8th, and then it's starting to fall back down, this is going to have some trouble getting up. But I mean, anything below $10, Clover Health is very interesting. It's just going to take a little bit of love from Wall Street and also retail investors actually giving a shot at Clove. But in these market conditions, the one I would buy right now that seems to be at a high discount or a big discount, even though it's high risk, because obviously all the speculation, it could become worthless. But the fact that it's working with Medicaid and Medicare and it's officially that for the next year, I mean, there's some revenue that's going to start kicking in for this stock. And there's some earnings that are going to look pretty good. So I would love to get this one at this point and even below this if I can, right? The more I can at the lower points, the better. But yeah, this is the stock in this market condition that we're in right now that is the most interesting. I already have positions in ChargePoint. I have FUBU on my watch list. I'm trying to see for a little bit more weakness or right where we're at because it's consolidating. And NEO stock is not on my portfolio. And it's not going to be unless it goes below $30. I like NEO for swing trades, any little option plays, but in my portfolio, not just yet. But Clove is definitely one that I'm interested in adding to my portfolio more of because I already have some. And it's just very interesting to me how that news popped it up. And I'm willing to take that risk, right? I said it, high risk, so be aware of that. So let's talk about these stocks that are on fire. On fire. This blew up. These stocks exploded. VTVT exploded. This was the stock to buy this morning. So I basically said good morning to everyone at 7:49. So this stock has jumped on news about therapy designation. It was basically FDA approval. On VTVT, it is currently at 305 and the volume is picking up. I would watch for this to go back closer to $3 to $2.90 to see strength or weakness, and we would need more volume, okay? We would need more volume. Now, we could see here how it actually played out, and it hit a low here of 287 before the pre-market, right? And that's what we were looking for, and it was pulling downwards. We were watching it throughout the whole morning. It was 8 in the morning. I jumped in. I caught it right here at 288, 290, and then I rode this one up to the high here of 302. Called it a day. I called it a day. That was a nice little, 5% gainer. That's it. That's what I was looking for. And it pulled back, and I was so busy. But it's funny because I brief on these, and other investors like you, if you want to join us over at the Discord, the link is down below, get the chance to pay attention to this. I had to pay attention to other things. I did my 5%. Like I always say, we look for 5 to 10% per day. On a regular day, bad day, anywhere between 3 to 5%, call it a day. And on a good day, we're looking for 10 to 20. And if it goes beyond 20, it's a home run. This stock here blew up. So right here, you could see that it was sitting at 305. I told us as a group what to look for, and it didn't go much lower than that in the pre-market. But in the after moment of turning from pre-market to the real market hours, it pulled down a little bit to 277. Like I said, I completely forgot about it. I was paying attention to other option contracts that I've mentioned over at the group. They were up for the day. Very awesome day with that one. It pulled back to 277, and from that point forward, it slingshotted, and it took off all day. I mean, the high here was 370s, and right there, in just a matter of minutes to an hour, it hit 357. That was right there, easily 20 to 25% in that jump. And for the day, I mean, easily 30% plus. Easily. That right there was tremendous. This stock exploded. If you want to get these briefings in the morning, I'm not saying you're going to be benefiting every single time. I'm not guaranteeing profits or anything like that, but you can learn, right? You can learn by watching. You can learn by getting the hang of it. And then once you feel comfortable using your own capital, you can. And you'll also gain access to my weekly watch list by joining the Discord down below. The links are down below. It gives you access to the Patreon and to the Discord. Now let's go over the other one that did pretty well. Now this one was a little bit more Risky because it was pulling down, and I stated it in the messages, and you could see it here. I basically said what the company was about, one to watch towards the market opens based on news and announcement, because they're going to partner with Grab Holdings, one of the leaders of online food in the Southeast Asia, right? It had 1 million in volume and needed more. Now, I stated it was falling because profit taking from those that were in before the news. Once the market gets open or gets closer to it at the bell, either it will be beaten down or will receive large inflow because of the merger announcement news, right? And then I was updating everyone on VTVT because it was trying to pull upwards and stuff. But anyways, it got beat down. Literally, it was falling as I spoke about it. It jumped up a little bit and it got beat down to the point that it hit 1284. But look how it ended the day. It ended the day all the way up to a high here of $16. That was phenomenal. Phenomenal. From $12 just up to the middle of the day right here at $14. That right there was a nice, easy 10% jump. Or more, actually, like 10 to 15%. And if you held through the day, you were looking at somewhere close to 20 to 30%. And this was a stock merger announcement. I mean, that pop was basically the announcement that every single investor was waiting for this SPAC merger to pop a little bit and have a little bit of a run. They gave it today. $4. That was literally 30% at that point. So these opportunities, right, are endless. I'm going to have them every single day. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. But opportunities that are set to explode, to maximize profit, to minimize losses, that's what we look for here and Invest for Tomorrow. And if you want to join the Patreon or the Discord, the link is down below. And you'll be joining a group of investors that are intelligent, very smart, and focus-driven on opportunities. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.